Tracking your tax dollars, ABC7 is taking an exclusive week-long look at how the Amarillo Economic Development Corporation is spending your tax dollars. Our investigative reporter Nicole Kahn explains her quest for answers and accountability.
That's right, Stephen. The AEDC was reluctant to talk about its expenses. Despite several requests and attempts to get an explanation, it took over a month to get answers about how taxpayer money was spent. I asked the AEDC's Director of Marketing and Communications, Reagan Hales, for an interview with former President Buzz David on his last day. There was no response. I dropped off a list of questions and receipts to the AEDC in May. When I showed up the next day for a scheduled interview with interim President Doug Nelson, he wasn't there. I was told he was consulting with an attorney about ABC7's questions. I called him 5 times asking for an interview. There was no response. I asked AEDC for an interview with VP of Business Development Brian Jennings twice. There was no response. I emailed Jennings. Still, no response. I also called all 5 board members, and each one declined an interview. Then ABC7 sent Nelson and Jennings these letters by registered mail requesting an interview. In response, AEDC held a press conference about its achievements for all Amarillo media. At the press conference, ABC7 again pushed for a one-on-one interview. Jennings refused to talk. Nelson finally agreed. Can we schedule a one-on-one interview?
Yeah, I think that's possible, but I'm not sure when that's going to be because I'm going to be out of town.
He had this to say during our one-on-one.
I don't have any issue with going through and discussing this with you.
And when I finally did get the chance to sit down with Nelson, he talked with us for an hour and a half and went page by page through receipts we had questions about. All week long, we'll be looking closely at these expenses. I went through this stack of hotel, country club, and food expenses, and I have answers for you about how your tax dollars are spent.